Hey, this is Nidil from Protoilmia. Welcome you to the first chapter of SEO, the evolution of search engines. In this chapter, we will be discussing the basics of search engines, and from next chapter onwards, we will deep dive into SEO. Protoilmia plans to make 30 to 35 chapters with which you will be able to master SEO in a better way. So stay tuned and let's get started. SEO, search engine optimization. We have a very basic question over here. What are search engines? Search engines are nothing but a simple program which is capable of searching or identifying different items in a database. It will search or identify items as per the keywords or the inputs given by the user. Now, we will try to define search engines in different perspectives. Search engines are evolved form of classifieds. We know how we use a search engine. It will be for a product or services. The same thing it does with a classifieds too. So we can say that it's an advanced form of classifieds. Correct? Yes. The second point is it's like a friend who knows everything. Just imagine you're having a friend or a companion who knows everything. Whatever queries you have, he will come up with n number of options or n number of replies. The same plays with search engines too. Whatever queries you are asking in a search engine, they will come up with n number of options or n number of replies. Quick steps can be taken with the help of this loyal friend. Third point is that no interruption ads. Complete focus will be on demand fulfillment. Just imagine while you are using Facebook or YouTube, something like that, you will be interrupted with unnecessary ads which you are not looking for. Those ads are demand generation ads. But in case with search engines, there will not be any demand generation ads. All the ads which is visible in the search engines will be demand fulfillment ads. That is, whatever the keywords or the input given by the user, as per that only the ads will appear. As per that search only, that ads will appear. The last and final point is only for the product and services people are looking for. Just imagine a person wants to buy a running shoes. Definitely he will go to Google search and search for running shoes. There plays SEO a very important role. Definitely there is a high chance of buying a running shoes at that particular time because he intend to buy that. On the other hand, when we use Facebook or YouTube, we can see different interruption ad on different products, and there is a very less chance to buy that product by seeing that particular ad. There comes the importance of SEO. We'll just check different search engine and its market share. The first one is Google Global, the second one is Bing, third one is Baidu, fourth one is Yahoo Global, fifth one is Ask Global, sixth one is AOL Global, seventh one is Excite Global, and then comes other small search engines. Just we can see the market share of all these. You can see Google Global is having 80.52% market share, which is very huge compared to others. Our entire course deals with Google search engine optimization, and we know that you also will be looking for the same. Now we will have a glance through the evolution of Google. The domain name google.com was registered in 1998, and the founders of Google were graduated from Stanford University. Basically, this Google was built as a search engine where the information could be searched within the Stanford University. But later on, they built a search engine where web could be indexed. The first milestone in Google's search engine was organizing text content, which is web pages. So the initial form of Google was having only Test contents, that is only web pages they were able to deliver. Whatever keywords given by the user, Google will match the keyword and deliver the web pages matching with that content. Secondly, Google started indexing images. When a user searched a keyword, Google started delivering results in text as well as images. In the third phase, Google started delivering news. After the 9/11 incident, people started searching for things like Twin Towers, news like that. At that time, Google realized the need of this particular search and they introduced news search. Till then, they were redirecting to different web pages. The fourth stage is universal search, which is a combination of text, image, and news. Google found that people don't want to select type of search each and every time. At that point, Google launched universal search. Finally, Google launched instant search. It is basically Google will start suggesting what you are searching for even before you finish typing the keyword. We will talk more about keyword and all other terms in coming chapters, so don't worry. That's all about Google evolution. Next is future of search. Now we are ready to master SEO. Make sure we are doing it in such a way that our learning and experience is useful for future as well. Google will provide more info by itself without depending on webmasters in future. So do not push any data that Google can get, like weather, conversions, etc. Just take a scenario before we used to go to different websites for currency conversions. Now Google itself is able to do that. The only area where we have an opportunity is the creative content area, which Google cannot replicate. In the entire SEO strategy, we have to keep this point in our mind. In such cases, definitely Google will send traffic to our website. Google's algorithm is developing day by day and they are becoming more and more human like. So don't do any black hat SEO and stuff or fake pages with lot of content to attract search engines. Google will definitely catch these kind of activities. We will discuss more on page and off page SEO, how Google uses user signals and webmaster signals to run various pages in website in coming chapters. I think this small introduction is clear for you and we will come back with next chapter soon. Till then, take care.